Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.
What?
That's £200 off for a family
Because
of
you
four.
came over here. Keep your dog over there and we won't have no love to you. I don't give a fuck none of that. Keep your punk ass dog over there, bitch.
Men are so annoying because tell me why this guy was like, I want to go out with you, let's hang out, please come over, let's do this, let's hang out. And then I didn't give him the time of day for like 5 days because I wasn't interested. And then I was like, you know what, fine. I'll bite. I will bite. I think we should just be friends. How does that work? I don't understand that. Why do I only want men when they want me? Why do I only want men when they don't want me, but when they want me, I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I don't want you around me. How does that work? It's really starting to piss me off. I'm sure it's avoidant attachment, but like, I'm not ready to accept that. So we're gonna have to find a different explanation that works for me right now in my current life, in my current state of mind. But can I get some men in the chat to drop the lore of like what the fuck that's supposed to mean? Because like, it could very much be my insufferable personality, but I just don't think that that's right. That's the answer. It's that.
So one thing I don't understand is that a guy will reach out to you. They'll ask you, let's say like they follow you on Instagram, they DM you and they ask you out on a date through there. Okay. You let them know like you're not interested or you're just not looking at a date right now, whatever it is. Okay. A month later, you realize that they're not following you on Instagram anymore. And it's obviously because that you didn't want to go out with them. And it's like, oh, so now you don't even want me in your life at all? You don't even, like, see me as someone that you would want to stay connected with? Like, it was just a one-time thing. It's a one and done. If you don't want to go out with me now, then I never want to talk to you again. Shouldn't, like, for me at least, and I think a lot of girls are this way, if I want to, like, go out with you, I could see myself potentially, like, getting to, like you. I obviously then like you as a person first and as a friend first and would have enough respect to follow you on Instagram.
If you sell cat, like, I don't really want to hang out. No hate on your hustle, but it's like, I hung around some shorties before that sold cat and they didn't tell me, and they'd be like, oh, let's go, I got this move to bust, and next thing you know, they be trying to set you up for some crazy nonsense, and it's like, I don't want no part. I don't want to fight you. We not busting it. It's not happening. No, I don't want to drink Don Julio with you. Because next thing you know, we going to be acting a foolio and you going to be trying to get me caught up.
As a single woman in her 30s, here's my hot take on why dating sucks these days. Dating takes two people, right? But these days, people are dating strictly for themselves. There's no consideration about the other person's feelings. It's really only about their experience and how they're feeling. For example, I recently went on a date with this guy, and our first day I asked him if he wanted kids. He was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely open. We had a great rest of our first date. We talked for like a week and a half. We FaceTimed, we called. We were like in it, right? And he was definitely crushing hard. Like, it was a fun vibe. Like, that's like the very first fun part of dating. Even though it was only a week and a half, still talking to someone every single day on the phone is investing time and energy into getting to know someone. And so it was time for our second date, and literally the day before, he sends me a long text that's like, hey, you know what? I actually just don't think I want kids. Sir, you knew that before this week and a half went by. You already knew that, but you were just enjoying your time and wanted to keep talking to me because it was fun, so you didn't tell me that. And now you wasted a week and a half of my time and hours of talking on the phone, and now making me feel let down and disappointed that we're not having our date the next day, all because you just didn't want to tell me up front. Obviously, it was only a week and a half. I'm glad he told me, but still, that was a week and a half. I could have been going on other dates with other men. Another example is ghosting. Ghosting is so selfish. If you've been ghosted, you know the feeling. It sucks so bad, and it makes you doubt yourself. It makes you get anxious. It's a terrible experience. But the person who's ghosting only cares about their feelings because they don't want to feel uncomfortable by either rejecting you or sending an uncomfortable text or telling you in person that they're not interested. For them, that's uncomfortable. So they're just going to ghost you, not considering how that action might affect the other person. There's, of course, so many other examples I could give, but the whole point is let's normalize dating with other people's feelings in mind. And there's really nothing wrong with caring about how you feel, but if all you're going to care about is how you feel, then you just need to be single. You don't need to be dating. You don't need to be bringing other people into this experience with you.
I really don't see a problem with this. It was a week and a half. You're acting like it was multiple dates. It was one date, but we were talking all week. I get it and I understand it. But it was 1 week, week and a half that you guys were talking. He said, yeah, I'm open to it. But then he came back and said, I really don't know. I might not be something for me. I've actually had people, and I've actually known people that have gone back and forth of, I don't know if I want kids. Yeah, I think kids will be okay. They're not really sure. But the man decided, and he didn't ghost you, by the way. He decided, you know what? I really don't want kids, so I think I'm going to go in a different direction before taking you out on another date. I think you'll be okay.
You've got to stop with how to manipulate a man video. Okay, that is basically just like code for I want to control a man and get him to like me more. Okay, they don't work that way. A man either likes you or he doesn't. We can't be using tactics to get a man to like us more. It doesn't work. Okay, you're gonna end up losing your damn mind by doing like stupid games like that. Also too, there's comments too of girls saying they don't like that many men. They're not that different from one another. Like, you know? So I think we need to stop saying that to ourselves. You're trying to fight for a man who doesn't even like you, doing crazy things. You're going to end up looking dumb anyways, when you could literally just go be with someone who likes you and not worry about any of that.
I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Modern women are an issue for this world. I saw this live stream yesterday of this woman speaking on how men are the reason why their daughters go out and sell themselves and end up on the pole, right? But in the same breath, she also said that fathers who are there raise pick-me's and women who accept and disrespect. And I just think like that's the most backwards logic. Like it doesn't even make 1 ounce of sense, right? Modern women, in my opinion, from what I've seen, they love to play the blame game. They will blame the father, the mother, the childhood trauma, the dog, the cat, the ex-boyfriend, the pastor, the preacher, anybody they can name except taking accountability for what they are going through. Never looking at the role that we as women play in raising the next generation. The crazier part is that when women choose modesty, they choose submission, they choose to be separated from the modern women, they're made fun of, they're talked about, they're called pick-me's. But in reality, these are women who will help build strong communities. In our nation of people, we need strong families, we need strong marriages, and we need a strong community. And that's how you build it. Not with women who lack accountability and blame everybody but themselves. Twisting accountability and correction into disrespect. Like that doesn't, come on y'all. And a woman who can't handle correction in order thrives off chaos. And chaos is not going to do anything but damage our community. Modern women don't choose to get back into being traditional women. It's not just us as women who lose, it's the men, the children. Ultimately, the whole nation is going to crumble. Because let's keep it real. Black women create broken homes. They love that thing. If you disagree, chat with me in the comment section. But I said what I said.
So I keep on saying modern women, it doesn't just stay with the men. They start blaming their homework, their boss, teacher, it don't matter who. As long as they don't have to take accountability, they'll throw their own children under the bus if it means that they don't have to take accountability for the stuff that they got going on.
I hate when people say, oh my gosh, you don't carry pepper spray, you don't carry a pocket knife, you don't carry anything. And I'm like, if someone tried to rob me and I had to deal with figuring out how to open a pocket knife, I'd be done. But I remember there was one time I was getting gas and this man came up to me. He's like, hey, do you have any spare change? I was like, let me check. As I'm in my car, like looking for this dollar, I hear someone scream, hey, and a car like slams on the brakes. Door open, slam shut. I'm like, this is where I get kidnapped. Like, this is where I'm done, right? And I hear, are you bothering her? And this man who looks like he's straight off of Jersey Shore, okay? Like, hello? I'm literally standing there in my overalls and Birkenstocks, just like stunned, jaws on the ground. He's like, are you bothering her? And the guy's like, no, I was just asking if she had spare change. Pulls out a knife. The man from the car pulls out a knife, puts it to the other guy's stomach and goes, I suggest you keep it moving. And he's like, whoa. I was like, hello? Like, no one else was at this gas station. It was me and these two. And the man walked away. The guy looked at me, knife still in hand, and said, I hope you have a great day, and got back in his car. And I fear, since that moment, I've thought the world will just protect me.
Something that really doesn't sit right with me is the fact that in order to get a boyfriend, you have to actually hang out with a man. I'm sorry, who set that system up? That's not something I want to do with my time. Hang out with a man? Why does it have to be set up this way?
I think my question would be, why are you talking?
So I went to Starbucks the other day, I ordered my drink, I get to the window, the man is just like, how you doing, ma? So I think that's a little weird because I'm not usually greeted like that at Starbucks, especially in my neighborhood, but cool, whatever. So I pay for my drink, he he's getting ready to pass me my cup, but he's writing on it, and usually they do like a cute little smiley face, good morning, So I get my cup and he's just like, here you go, ma, and passes the cup. So thank you, bye. Driving off, taking a sip, I'm like, damn, this is good. I look at my cup says yummy. I don't know, I just thought it was a little weird. You hit me with the ma like twice, and then not just that, it's like a certain type of man uses the word yummy, and he was not that. He was like a late 20s black guy, dreads, standing on top of his head, you know, like the little fountain ponytail. Those type of men don't use words like yummy. So yeah, I just thought that was a strange way to get my coffee the other day. But
there's women in the comments saying they write yummy all the time. We've all gotten yummy. That's what they do. But again, these modern women want to be the center of attention.
You know, I went on an amazing first date with a guy, hit it off, had great conversations, great things in common with our family. And then he said he still lives at home at 31. And there's nothing wrong with that for other people. But if you're going to date me, I'll be busting into dance in the middle of my own hallway in this mirror, just crazy, like in the middle of the day, loud, because I don't have to worry about anybody else in this here house, because it's my house. And so, tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I just told him, I said, I loved our date, but we're in different life stages right now. And maybe we can pick something up in the future if we're both available, but right now, I want to release you to focus on your goals. Am I wrong?
Did you ask why that happened? Like, what was the situation? Or did you just stop right there? Number one. Number two, you didn't really even need to make this video.
So I went to go get flowers for my man, right? I went to go check him out. The person at the register, oh my God, who birthdays? And I'm like, it's nobody's birthday. I'm just getting flowers for my man. And they was like, oh my God, I'm sorry for your loss. Sorry for your loss? What the hell are you talking about? They said, oh, women only tend to get flowers for their man when they're dead at their funeral. And I was like, oh no, my baby not dead. My baby sitting at home playing 2K26. We was just going through it, and I wanted to give him flowers to cheer him up a little bit. What the hell, females? Y'all gotta do better. Men deserve flowers too. When y'all going through it, they get y'all flowers. When they going through it, we need to get them flowers. What the hell?
Men, this woman made a valid point. Why do y'all be out of shape? Y'all shouldn't have any reason to be out of shape. Women have hormones. We have cycles every single month that fluctuate. And I mean, every single month. There's premenopause, there's menopause, and then there's childbirth. Women carry other humans and then gain weight and hormones all jacked up. Y'all have no excuse to be out of shape. None. What is y'all excuse? What is in that belly? That pregnancy belly that y'all have that never housed a child? What's in there? I'll tell you what's in there. Doritos, French fries, soda, beer, Hennessy, all kind. Y'all need to let up off of women. And so if you're a guy and you're in shape, good for you. You're supposed to. Just like that. You're supposed to, yeah. But unless you have a major health condition or on medicine that blows you up, and yes, certain medicine, steroids and all that do blow you up. But if you just out here, get it together. Because if the ladies can, you can too.
Stand by. Let me read you guys something really quickly. And by the way, before I read this, I was expecting to say we're the same rates. What are you talking about? The obesity rates for men and women are the same. Stand by. Global obesity rates for men 14%, women 18.5%. These figures reflect a doubling from 1990 levels. Men rose 4.8%, women from 8.8%. Okay, another source, and that was 2022. Another source from 2021 says men 14.8%, women 20.8%. Okay, let's go to the United States. According to the CDC, you have men at 39.2% and women at 41.3%. When you look at severe obesity, okay, men are at about 6.8% and women are at about 12.6%. Almost double. What are we talking about? Okay, so the leading cause of obesity is still diet, lifestyle, and environment. So it does depend on your environment, right? But diet and lifestyle. Please delete this video.
Yeah, I just kind of effed up, and I just want to know, like, if y'all think I can recover from this. So I spent the night at one of my friend's house, and it was like unexpectedly, so I needed something to go to sleep in. So I had on, you know, some boxers and a t-shirt. So I thought, like, I bring back his stuff right now. He calls me as soon as I get to the car. He's like, if you don't come and get this other man's shirt. And I was like, oh my God, like, that's definitely your shirt. What are you talking about? He's like, no, this is not my shirt. So the whole time I left his house the next morning in a tank top. So I just gave him another man's shirt. So it makes it look like, you know, like I got other men, but I don't. Like, I gave him my ex's shirt. I have so many like big t-shirts. Not even just from like exes and stuff like that, but just like in general, because that's stuff I like to sleep in for like my whole life. Like, I have so many big shirts. So I just be pulling them out the drawer, put them on. And I guess because I haven't like worn that in a long time, or haven't seen it or anything, like I gave it to him. And I just feel bad. Like, do y'all think I could recover from that? Or does it just really give, like, I just be messing with other people? Because I'm not. Not that it even should really even like matter like that, but still. Because if I was messing with other people, that's just what it is. Like, I still be dating and stuff, but like, I am not like spending the night with nobody. And like, now I feel like it really looks like I'm spending the night with somebody. And I don't want it to look like that. From a man's perspective, do y'all think that I can recover? Or in y'all head, it's just like, oh yeah, this hell is out here doing this and that with this and this person. And to my ladies, like, has that ever happened to you? And if so, and if you really, truly weren't messing with nobody else, how did you recover from that? Like, what did you say? Because I don't know, I could only laugh because it's so funny, because I'm really not, like doing nothing with nobody, or, like, spending the night or nothing at nobody's house. And I was just cracking up. And I really thought that was his shirt. Like, he's like, you got your niggas messed up. I'm like, but the gag is, I don't have any niggas right now to mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Now you cooked.
Y'all, I asked my boo, like, what can I get you? Like, what kind of gift do you want? What's something that you ain't got? He was like, oh, I know exactly what. He was like, it's going to be hard for you to get it. Like, you're not going to be able to get it. And I'm like, why? What is it? He's like, oh, it's going to be so hard. Like, I don't know if you're going to be able to. I'm like, what is it? Why this man going to say, peace? I said, peace? He said, yeah. It's going to be hard for you to give me peace, because you ain't gave me that yet. You know what? Yeah. Okay.
So earlier this morning, my husband was watching our kids while I was on a meeting, and he was multitasking. He was doing some other things. He was assembling some shelving or furniture that he had ordered. And after my meeting ended, I came downstairs and I was like, okay, cool, meeting's over. Like, you're free to go. He left to go back to work. I go into the living room and I see a pair of scissors right on like a countertop that's within reach of our toddler. She like climbs up and gets things off of that countertop all of the time. So I took a picture of the scissors and I sent them to him, and I said, "Do we think this is a good idea?" And he said, "Oh no, that is not a good idea. That is a very bad idea. You should probably move them." Okay. And I was like, yeah, okay, I will move them for sure. But maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't have left them there.
A woman in the comments said he'll definitely be happier once he divorces you. Dang.
This man asked me on a date, and I told him that I needed a new tire because it's balding to go somewhere. He's on the inside paying for the tire.
Obviously, there's people in the comments going crazy, and a woman said, "Y'all calm down. A used tire ain't that much." That's true. Actually, great point.
I am new to the dating scene as a 30-year-old dating other 30-year-olds. And let me tell you, I'm starting to really see why older men go for younger girls. And I was the younger girl that older men went for. I'm not putting up with BS at this age. Like, I refuse. There's no, I'm coming over your house at 2 a.m. to hook up. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I've had the positive aspects of a relationship. I've had the negative aspects. Why would I now settle? I've already left previous relationships where I was treated decently because I didn't want to settle. So why would I again choose to settle? You know? So I understand the 30-year-olds who don't have their shit together or don't really want to answer to us 30-year-olds who've already been there, done that. Like, I get it now. It makes a lot more sense.
Dating a man that you know other women find attractive is not for the weak. Because what do you mean you find him attractive? What do you mean? Don't touch him. Don't talk to him. Don't even look in his direction. Otherwise, you're gonna get these hands.
Men actually do not understand why you need to invest on a first date. It's not clocking to you, as my friend Bieber would say. It's not because as women, we care about the dollar amount that you spend. It's because if I were to open my Hinge right now, you would see 25 men from today alone asking me to go for a walk or hang out. I don't have that kind of time, obviously, nor do I want to go out with that many people. And that's not a humble brag. That is the reality of most women on dating apps. They're getting asked out constantly at a high volume. So I have to be selective. And often it's not just about who has the best job, who's the best looking, who has the funniest prompt answers. It's like who actually puts in effort to planning a date, because I am looking for an intentional man, not a man who's going on hundreds of dates a week, hitting up every girl in the world and saying, "Will you go for a walk with me?" Because I don't do that. I go on dates with people who I think have potential, who I'm actually interested in. I don't just go on dates for free food or whatever men like to say. So I don't want a guy who's just taking every girl in the city out on a date. I want a guy who's selective and intentional. And so a guy who goes out of their way to plan a date that's not just a walk, but is a dinner or drinks or a coffee or going to see a free concert in a park, whatever. But someone who's intentional is someone who I am more attracted to and more willing to go out with, because I have to be selective because of the number of men in my DMs and my fucking Hinge asking me to go for a walk.
You put AI on your profile. You put an AI headshot on your profile. You couldn't put in the effort to take a better picture. You couldn't be bothered to learn what men actually liked and put that on the profile. And then when a man said, "Hey, that's weird. Why do you have that?" You tried to shame him into liking it. Then when you went out on another date and a man brought that up to again, another dude, you tried to shame him, acting like he was a problem. And you're sitting up here talking about men need to put in effort. Bro.
If I'm talking to a man and he doesn't answer my texts or get back to me, but yet he's posting on his stories, I get so turned off because I literally think he must be gay.
Basic white girl discovers people have lives. Groundbreaking.
I don't dislike short men because of their height. I dislike them for who they are as a person. Like, it's their personality. There's a certain personality trait that 9 out of 10 of them possess that I hate. Like, if you're under 5'11", I actually don't care to hear it.
So a man in the comments said, "I'm a 6'2" man saying this. Short men act like that because women like you treat them bad for being short. So they get angry at people treating them badly or inherently different. People like you are the cause of the very issue that you're complaining about."
Hey, girl bosses, I have a genuine question to the ones of you who are constantly like, men never hold men accountable. Why the fuck do you lose your mind when women hold other women accountable? A string. But like, some of you will literally sit there and complain and cry and like whine, tell the whole world how it frustrates you that men never stand up for women. Men never do this. Like, they don't ever hold other men accountable for their wrongdoings. But then the moment I or someone else on this app tries to talk about wrongdoings that certain women do, all of a sudden it's misogyny, it's putting down women, it's women hating. And it's like, okay, so only men need to be held accountable. This is literally why that fucking meme from the dudes of like 100 women versus accountability. That meme exists because of how many of you will literally cry, throw up, and send someone to fucking hell before you take accountability for your own actions. I've called out so many things that other women do that's genuinely fucking disgusting. Like, it's not even about women issues. It's just shit that women get away with. And women will sugarcoat and validate one another on stupid shit, harmful shit that feeds into patriarchy 24/7. But then you call them out and they're like, I think you have internalized misogyny. So stop screaming about men being evil and you can't even take accountability for just a simple 5-second self-reflection. It's actually holding us back. Thanks.
So we are in a good men epidemic, and it's bad. It's really bad. Like, me and my friends, we are trying to get someone to get a boyfriend, eventually a husband, eventually a family, but it's getting a little hard because every time I meet someone, he either is evil, narcissistic, or he has a crazy ex-girlfriend that I do not want to deal with, right? So he's like, my question is, where do you guys are finding good people? Because I want a good man that I'm proud to bring to my mom and be like, Mom, this is my man. I cannot find that. Where are you guys finding that type of people? Because I'm losing hope. I don't know what else to do. I go to bars, I go to the beach, I go to work out, I go to places. It's not like I'm just in my house. But I cannot find a good man. Nothing. Where do I go?
If you flirt with me while I'm serving you at my restaurant and you ask to take me out or you ask for my number or you leave yours, whatever it may be, and you only tip 20%, you got some fucking balls, dude.
Wait, what? 20% is not enough now?
Okay, I'm gonna make this really quick. If he tells you to text or let him know when you get home, do not let him know when you get home. That's not your husband. You don't need to let him know anything. And who said you were going home? Number 2, you need to see if he's gonna follow up to actually care if you got home safe. Like, I want to see if you care enough that I got home safe. So I'm not going to let you know. I want to see if you give a shit enough to know if I got home safe, because I could have been kidnapped. If he still follows up like, hey, did you get home safe? Then I'll answer. I'll be like, yeah. But like, if I said I am going to text you when I get home and you never followed up to see if I made it alive, then I know what box to put you in.
And this is, by the way, the most educated group. This is the most educated demographic.
Ladies, why are we still wanting men to take us on dinner dates for a first date? The effort should be reserved for the second date when you know you actually like the person a bit. A first date should have a quick escape plan. It should be cocktails or coffee. Do you really want to risk being stuck with somebody for 2 hours that you don't like for a free piece of salmon? My time's worth a hell of a lot more than that, and I hope yours is too.
Favorite thing ever is when girls will tell guys that it's super easy to talk to girls. Just go up and treat them like a person. You ever met a baby bisexual? All right, they'll go with you to the bar, but if there's 3 hot girls there, she's going to come stand in the corner with you and the boys checking the weather app too. What's the matter, Tabitha? I thought you said it was easy. Get in the water, champ.
I have a question for single straight men. Why do you spend hours and maybe even days talking to women on dating apps just to ghost them?
Men do this for the exact same reason that women will talk to men and then go out on dates with them and then ghost them after the date. Because they're bored. But men don't take it as far as the date because they're only talking to you because they are bored. And if they went on a date with you, then that would mean they would have to actually invest money in you. And if they're just bored, then they don't want to do that. See, I think the biggest issue with modern dating is that people are just way too accessible now. It's way too easy to just get on an app or DM somebody and find the next person that you can talk to and completely forget about the last person you were talking to because you got this shiny new thing in front of you. And it's a lot easier for girls to do this in person because, you know, they can get men to actually take them on dates, where men are the ones that usually have to do the date taking. But regardless, we're all just bored. It's pretty much all it is.
Sugar. Don't be rude. Don't hate me, Chris. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's why your freckles fade, nigga.
Oh, why would you make a false allegation? Like, why would you say something like that? Never been fake.
Nigga drawing on freckles.
Never been fake. Never been mad. Ain't coming off.
She use a marker.
And I don't even got foundation on because I'm not bad of a bitch. I can just rub my face whenever I feel like.
I see you foundation.
Where? Try again.
I'm not even sure why you pull out your phone. I really don't get that.
There is a good man epidemic out there. There's not enough good men out there. I feel like all the good ones are already in relationships, and all my friends are so hot and like awesome and just have like great personalities, and I feel like they are all struggling on finding good men. And I just wish there was a way for them to like meet people without having to always be like the one that like makes the first move and like DMs someone or whatever, and like it's not just like strangers. I feel like there's got to be like a mutuals only dating app. I know that like some of them are on Circa. I hope that that's working for them. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Apple Pay. That's all, babe. That is coming in, babe.
But think about this. You getting all this Apple Pay and you don't respect these guys. You got a man, we know that you don't respect them. He basically bought your love.
That's princess treatment. That's energy. That's what guys need to start doing. I'm not going to die with that money. Spend that. Yeah, it costs to be a boss.
What does he get in return?
My time, energy, my consistency, me taking away time from my child for me to be with you. Listen, I'm a mother. I'm not going to take away from my son.
Real quick. You just answered it. He gets a woman that has kids with another man. He gets a single mom. That is not a flex. One, the kids is baggage. The other things is all intangibles. We're speaking about what's tangible. What he's giving you is something that's physical in the material world. Is attention tangible? No, that's not tangible. Meaning that it isn't an equal value exchange. He's giving up his hard-earned working money to you. And you didn't earn it. The man that you chose, I'll just go ahead and say it. That nigga is a simp. You got him in the customer zone. He's paying for your love.
And they really be out here listing off things that really do not benefit a man at all.
Okay. All right. Why'd you break the heart?
There was a previous comment about accountability, which I found to be kind of a red flag, not because I don't take accountability, but it usually means that you are looking for the other person's issues versus also taking accountability.
It's a red flag for a man to talk to you about accountability.
Number two. We got $80 real quick? And no $80.
What do you mean let me hold $80?
What you mean?
Why the hell are you asking me for money?
I can't borrow $80.
No.
I'm not even borrow, I need it. Can you just let me know $80?
Why are you, I feel so offended that you're asking me for money. Why are you asking me for, are you joking? You gotta be joking.
I feel offended that you can't lend me $80. I just need 80.
Get out of here, that's weird. No, I'm not, no.
You're not even asking what I need it for. I just can't.
My money? What money? I got no money. What you mean? No.
You got $80 to lend me.
Not to lend, no.
Alright, bet.
What?
I'm gonna remember that.
What you mean?
I'm gonna remember that.
Hey.
Remember that.
With these men, you cannot have a loose program. You cannot have a special ed program. You have to have a honors AP type of program. You have to have a military type of program. When you say you hungry, he should be sending the food. When you say you're not having a good day, he should be sending the flowers. When you say anything is occurring and he can help you out, if he doesn't help you out, cut from the program. We need to stop being nice to these men. That's not going to get you what you want. Your husband don't care if you're nice or not. Your husband is going to try to make sure you got everything you need to be the nice woman that you want to be. All right, you're not going to find nobody to take care of you if you keep walling around with a loose program and nobody's listening to you. No, keep a strict program. No text, no call, no show. You're cut from the program. If I say I'm hungry and I don't receive no food, you're cut from the program. Like, what's going on? If I say my rent is due and you don't send it through, cut from the program. No, I don't care. That's how you get where you're trying to be, strict. All this having grace with men, no. God has grace with men. You don't have to worry about them. That's not your problem. Okay?
Is that a baby that's on your lap right there? What are we doing?
Does she want a serious problem right now?
You're gonna pour that over me?
No one's trying to pour anything over you.
Okay, put that down then.
Are you gonna drive me home or not?
No, because you're disrespecting me, so you can get out of my car and...
Oh fat and disgusting, like a fucking rat. That's what you deserve. Look at you, you're such a disgusting rat.
Not 100% sure, but I think that might be assault. And they're saying that they need to be afraid of men.
I have friends who, guys will hit me up in my DM and be like, yo, put me on with her. Put you on with her? This girl's rent is $8,000 a month. Her bills, her business, her whole lifestyle. She's a boss. You already know that you're telling me to put you on with somebody that put you on with someone that you cannot even. You can't even. You gotta at least match.
Wait. But vice versa.
Not even match. Absolutely.
But what I'm gonna say is this, and we went, and I wanted to say this before, but I'm glad that y'all all said this because now you're gonna understand where I'm really coming from. See, let's take dating people's potential out of it, and let's talk about dating people's material. Because that's the world that we live on. And that's the problem on why I made the mistake. Mm-hmm. You know what? Mm-hmm. You look like you don't have a 420 credit score. You have Christian Dior bags and you have red bottoms and YSL every single day. But you don't even know how to get it. Somebody gave it to you.
I mean, the problem is they talk about men like the men are homeless. And you come to find out the man is actually making pretty good money. The man is actually a staple in his community. Like, people actually know the guy. And they're talking about him like he's a bum.
For the tattoos and shit.
Thank you.
Wait, God, I remember you.
I remember you.
Dude, my friend got flamed online.
Did she?
What's the minimum salary you'd be looking for in a partner?
200.
200K per year?
Yeah.
Does your boyfriend currently make 200K plus?
No.
Man, if I had a badass bitch in my phone, I would be licking the screen and responding within 20 seconds. I work 70 hours a week. I still find time to respond immediately to people as soon as they hit up my phone. You guys, the nonchalant epidemic of 2025 has you guys in such a princess chokehold. Like, what's next? Do you guys want to be pillow princesses next? Like,
I've asked a lot of my guy friends their opinions on men going 50-50 with women, and their answers are very interesting. So the guys I've asked, they're from different age group, different income levels, different career backgrounds, and at first they would tell me going 50-50 with women is reasonable nowadays. Also, it depends on the stage of your relationship. Sometimes I pay, sometimes she pays. You know, relationship is about two people getting to know each other, supporting each other, growing together, which are totally understandable and valid points. And then I asked them, if you meet a girl that is absolutely your dream, being with her will make you the happiest person on earth, would you go 50-50 with her? And they all went silent. After a very long pause, every one of them said, no. And then they're finally being honest with me. They said from a guy's perspective, if they meet a girl they really like, going 50-50 with her would make them embarrassing and humiliating. That kind of idea would not even come across their mind. They will try to do everything to impress her. If they don't have money, money won't be the problem. They will find a way. So ladies, listen, if you want to go 50-50 with a guy, this is exactly what they're thinking about.
I mean, at that point in time, if she's his dream girl, then she would have already shown reciprocation. She would have already done something for him. So he can kind of pin his ears back and say, okay, I know she likes me. I know she wants me for me. I know she's here for me. Just go ahead and do it. The man will pay the bill. The man will work as hard as he needs to work because he knows he has a reward when he's coming home. He knows he's going to get something when he gets home. He knows he has somebody that's loyal. She's not looking at other dudes and all the other stuff. She keeps herself up. Just all around a great person. He knows he's coming home to that. That's a 90 to 100% guarantee. I'll even say 80%. Given human error, bad days, the consistency of the woman is pretty much always there. She's not talking about, oh, I'm going to take your money, or I'm not signing a prenup if the man has a lot of money. She's not talking about any of that. She's talking about, how can I serve my man in the same way that my man serves me? And those people, it's not really going to be even a matter of 50-50 because they're going to go up together. So it's not really even going to, it's not going to matter who pays. You know what I mean? They're going to be making a great amount of money. They're going to be able, if they want kids, they're going to be able to raise the kids in a safe, healthy environment with two loving parents. Life is going to be great. Life is going to be fantastic. And I think pretty much any man would sign up for that because they know. Nowadays, with modern women, you have no clue You know, statistically speaking, your marriage is a 1 in 2 chance, 50% chance to end. And you know, 70 to 90% of the time, it's not going to be you ending the marriage. It's going to be the woman. So how can a man say, looking at those statistics, I now have to make a business decision on whether I want to be put in this position? Men are like, she's got to be a really, really, really good girl for me to want to settle down and get married. And even at that, I'm still looking at it and saying, well, I don't know. I've got to be certain, right? You've got to start saying code words that put me at ease and make me comfortable with saying, okay, this is the woman for me. But a lot of modern women don't do that. They start off the dating process with, hey, we're going on a coffee date. Don't think this is going to work for me. Hey, I know you took me on coffee, but I'm expecting a dinner next time. And by the way, because you took me on coffee, it's going to cost you double. So that $200 dinner just went up to about $400 at least. And oh, by the way, I know this great steakhouse across town, this restaurant, each plate is at least $200 to $300. So get your wallet ready because you're going to make it up to me big, mister. And this woman that he's talking to is not really a good person. She was bottom of her class. She's not that great in looks, maybe a 4 or 5, which normally if you're a 5, 6, 7, but you're really great person, you're cooperative with the man, the man might actually say, oh man, you know, she's cute. Yeah. And especially when she, you know, she knows how to dress and she knows how to love me and give me peace. I'll take that. I'll take that any day. These types of women are saying I'm a 4 or 5 and 6, but I'm demanding a man with $200,000 salary, a $200,000 salary. And the men with $200,000 salaries are like, you're not even in my league. Not at all. So this stuff about if it was your dream girl, you're not my dream girl. You're not my dream girl, because my dream girl would actually like me. She would actually want to be around me. She would actually listen to what I have to go through, validate that, and offer solutions and love. You guys don't do that.